Hi guys, welcome to the 13th episode of my Warhammer Conquest reviews, and again, in a startling coincidence, we are reviewing issue 13. Issue 13 has something special on the front. I don't know if other people have noticed, or other people have got this, but so far, this has only been available in the UK and Ireland, or at least that's what their website said. I don't know if there's been an official announcement. I haven't seen one, but this funky little sticker here has a barcode as well as prices in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. So it looks like if it hasn't already been rolled out there, it's being rolled out there at some point in the near future. That's cool. Kudos to Australia and New Zealand. Let's hope America gets it soon. Nothing in the front, everything in the back. We've got the first of the scenery kits. They appear to have made it out of chocolate. It's a very nice brown. Right, let's get the plastic crack out and have a look at it. This, I think, to date is the largest sprue they've done. Again, we can see fantastic detail, a lot of quality. The standard pack comes with 3 of these containers in, all on the same sprue, and that's £30. So, assuming at some point they're going to give you 2 more sprues exactly like this, you're saving at £7.99. You're saving £2 and a penny. It's about 20% on each one. So not the biggest of savings we've had so far, but still quite a good saving for quite a universally useful product. You can see there's the big bit of scenery, but also there's several barrels and ammunition crates, as well as the storm bars, which you can, if you choose, mount onto these. You don't have to, but you can if you choose. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Front cover. This one, we've got a nice little beginning, the Honour of Ultramar, which is going on about a strike cruiser. It's nice to see it moving onto the expanded universe. Explains how, it's got a little explanation of why it's an honour to serve, and a command crew, and how it's operated mostly by humans. A little explanation of the warp and how the warp works. And a little explanation of how navigators work, which I want to read myself because I'm interested to see how exactly they've been affected by the new rift across the Eye of Terror. We've got a little thing on STC systems. For anyone who doesn't know, STC stands for Standard Template Construction System. Now, there's been various different descriptions of them throughout various novels. Some have had them as basically self-contained manufacturing systems, which churn out machine after machine after machine. In one of the, I think it was Gaunt's Ghosts, there was a machine that churned out Men of Iron. It was warped and tainted by chaos, and they ended up destroying it, but it was a standard template construct. Other STCs have been described as just the plans or the schematics. For complex machinery or even simple machinery. You know, some of them are, one of them was a design for the alloy to make a new type of bayonet. The pattern for rhinos is an STC. Rhinos actually didn't start off as a tank. They started off as an exceptionally tough all-terrain exploration vehicle that was then adapted according to one set of backgrounds. It's worth noting. That you can read a dozen backgrounds on one item, and they'll all be different. because sorry Teresa, because each SDC, sorry, I'm back. Because each SDC contains technology from the Dark Age of mankind, it can be incredibly powerful. Even the one that created a new type of bayonet was fought over hand and foot. Hand, tooth and claw, hand and foot. The hell are we going on that? Sorry, just talking to my daughter, trying to get her to be quiet. Sorry. So this goes into quite detail, quite a good amount of detail about what STCs are, how the Mechanicum will pay a ton for them, and we've even got a picture of one of our first non-marine, non-chaos characters here, and potentially non-support crew even. We've got a nice rogue trader there. Also got a nice picture. As always, the artwork in this magazine is fantastic. A nice picture of a navigator. In here, it's got some explanations of the Adeptus Mechanicus, what they are and how they function. It's nice to see this is actually a deviation from the Marines and the Death Guard. This is giving us something new and some background in other worlds and into other aspects of the Imperium. Here we've got the armoured container and how to build it. As you can see, it advises you to use elastic bands to hold it together while it's gluing. And here we've got instructions on how it goes together. You can put and how you can put it together with the doors open or closed. I tend to do the glue doors shut on things like this because it makes them stronger. But you can also use them open, or even if you want, you can try and pin them. The doors, the material is quite thin, so I'm not sure how well you'd be able to do that. But you can try and pin them so that they'll open or close, giving you options. And again, you've got some storm borders which you can apply to them, and some barrels and stuff which you can use for scatter scenery, which is actually very useful everywhere. Here we've got literally you're putting one of the things on top of a picture of one of them, which is nice. Another mission. This one will be using. This one I'm assuming will be introducing you to cover rules and stuff like that, and using the scenery as an objective as well, which is nice. So it's got secure the thing. We've got data sheets there and data sheets explained. It's got some bits on what each of the bits means and how to read them. We've got Lieutenant Cassius, we've got the Intercessor Squad, we've got the Reaver Squad, and again Lieutenant Cassius. Okay. Emma.
Yeah?
Stop making noise. Weirdly enough, big blank sheet. Not sure what that's about. Some nice spacey background there and a marine in shadow. That looks vaguely cool. Not sure what that's about. That's supposed to be used for something. It doesn't say what it's used for. How odd. And again, you've got the stats for Plague Marines. Oh, of course. It's got a blank sheet on the back so that you can take that sheet out and have it as a reference. And there's nothing on the back you'll need to look at. You've got the Plague Marines and the Poxwalker stats there. And again, another blank sheet so you can take it out and use it. They look ideal for laminating. I'd recommend you do that if you're going to use these stats, because that way they'll be easy to access and easy to use. It's got, again, some nice new rules here on battlefield terrain, how to use it, how to climb and how to interact with it. And then it runs you through the mission as per usual, telling you how that works and what your objectives are. So that's quite cool as well. And here you have the stats of the Minotaurus armor container. as well as instructions on how to use the storm bolters, which are strength 4, shots 2, range 24, 4 shots at half range, 1 damage, which is nice. And model gains +1 to their cover saves when obscured by terrain. So that's pretty cool as well. So that's fairly straightforward and simple. And again, we come to the last page with letting us know what we found out last week, which is we're getting Mechanicum Grey and a dry brush, which will actually be very useful. You can see the paint scheme they've recommended is grey on the outside and blue on the centre. And then we're getting something rather cool. And our next set of dice, we're getting a Biologicus Purifier. So we're back onto the Nurgle. They seem to be slightly randomising. This is not, it isn't, you know, we were thinking that maybe they'd be going Marine Nurgle terrain, Marine Nurgle terrain, or maybe Marine Nurgle, and then terrain occasionally to balance things up. But it seems to be fairly random. I think this just means so that you need to buy this one to see what's coming in 2 weeks to make sure you can get there and order it. Not that it matters. Everything on it is actually really cool. It's a new Death Guard villain, build and paint guides, and 6 more dice for when you get those extra guys. You can throw an extra dice. So all in all, and actually really interesting, because there's only so much you can say about Marines, and this really helps expand on other aspects of the galaxy. Again, you're not saving as much as maybe with other issues. You're only saving £2 for this, but you know that is 20% off. 20% off isn't bad, and this is useful to anybody who's collecting either side. So this is pretty cool. I assume that we're going to get 3 more of these, so that's going to be not of this particular one, but I assume we're going to get 3 more of these sprues on magazines as they come, because the big army picture we saw at the beginning of the release of Conquest clearly showed 3 of these containers. It'll be interesting to see how some of this holds up when they start repeating, how it maintains. Obviously, you want those extra ones for full squads, but some people may just be checking on them for various other things. And as I say, that little sticker, very interesting. Looks like you guys out in New Zealand and Australia, if you haven't already started getting them, which I didn't know you had. If you already did, kudos already. But if you hadn't already started getting them, looks like they're coming to you soon. So awesome for that. We'll be back in a few minutes just to do the competition. Hi guys, just back after having rolled a dice for the competition. This week's winner is Gavin Bannister. I'll poke a comment on your comment on last week's video, asking for your giving you my email address so that you can email me a mail address to post it to. It's the, so I'm just going to go and grab it. It's the character from last week's video, which I've completely forgotten what the heck it's called. Blighted Butt Muncher, something, I don't know. No, it's completely gone from my brain. Oh well, but it's on it. It'll be on its way to you, Gavin, as soon as I can get it into the post and as soon as you give me an address. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope to see you again next week, guys. Have a fun. Bye. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Not sure why, but I am. So if you like it, see me there, and please tell your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.